One last, really profound command. On Valentine's Day, 1990, from nearly 4 billion miles away, NASA told it to turn its camera around and take one final look back home. The result was the pale blue dot photo, which inspired the astronomer Carl Sagan to say these amazing words. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. I mean, just think about maybe, just maybe, someone or something might find it one day. All right, today we are diving into what is honestly one of the greatest stories of human exploration, period. We're talking about NASA's Voyager missions. This is a story that's got everything: unbelievable science, mind-bending engineering, and a message in a bottle sent out to the stars for all of us. So yeah, let's get right into it. You know, it all really boils down to this one huge question. A question that, let's be honest, we've all asked ourselves at some point staring up at the night sky. Are we alone? And that single question, well, it's the beating heart of the entire Voyager program. So back in 1977, we decided to stop just wondering and actually do something about it. NASA launched two spacecraft, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. And their mission wasn't just to explore our solar system. Nope. It was to carry this sort of greeting card from all of us here on Earth out into the cosmic wilderness, all on the incredible long-shot hope that maybe, just maybe, someone or something might find it one day. So, you gotta wonder, how does a mission this wild even get approved, let alone launched? Well, as it turns out, we got a little celestial assistance. The universe itself kind of had to give us a hand. Get this, 175 years. The timing had to be absolutely perfect. This whole mission was only possible because of this incredibly rare alignment of the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, something that only happens once every 175 years. So yeah, NASA knew this wasn't just a good opportunity, this was a now or never, once-in-a-lifetime shot. And to actually pull off this cosmic billiard shot, they used this brilliant technique called a gravity assist. It's exactly what it sounds like. You use a planet's massive gravity as a slingshot. So the plan was for the Voyager probes to fly by each giant planet and use its gravity to just fling themselves toward the next target, picking up more and more speed along the way, all without using a ton of fuel. It's just genius. And that whole gravity assist thing, that was the key. That's what made this grand tour of the solar system possible. And believe me, this journey completely changed what we thought we knew. It literally rewrote the textbooks. So here's the timeline. Both probes swung by Jupiter in 79 and then Saturn around 80 and 81. But after that, they split up. Voyager 1 took the express lane, heading straight out of the solar system. But Voyager 2, it went on the scenic route, the really ambitious path, becoming the first, and to this day, the only spacecraft to ever get a close-up look at Uranus and Neptune. And the stuff they found, just absolutely mind-blowing. At Jupiter, they found faint rings we never knew existed, and get this, active volcanoes erupting on its moon, Io, the first ever seen beyond Earth. Then at Saturn, they spotted 3 new moons and found solid evidence of liquid, actual liquid, on its moon, Titan. And of course, there were those historic first ever close-ups of Uranus and Neptune. Just incredible. But the story doesn't end there. After its main tour was done, Voyager 1 was given one last, really profound command. On Valentine's Day, 1990, from nearly 4 billion miles away, NASA told it to turn its camera around and take one final look back home. The result was the pale blue dot photo, which inspired the astronomer Carl Sagan to say these amazing words. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. I mean, just think about that. Our entire world, everyone who has ever lived, all in a single speck of dust caught in a sunbeam. It just completely changes your perspective, doesn't it? And this really brings us to what might be the most poetic, most human part of this whole story. You see, Voyager wasn't just a robotic explorer with a camera. It was a messenger. And it was carrying something very special, the golden record. Now, we had sent messages before. The Pioneer probes had these simple plaques on them, which were basically like a cosmic, "Hello, we were here." But the golden record, oh, this was on a whole other level. It was so much more ambitious. It wasn't just a little diagram. It was It was like a mixtape for the cosmos, a full-on portrait of life on Earth. So if you had to pick what to send, what would you choose? What goes on this record to represent all of us? Well, here's what they picked. They included 115 images, showing everything from our science to our daily lives. They added spoken greetings in 55 different languages. For music, they put in 28 tracks, everything from Bach to Chuck Berry. And finally, they added the sounds of our planet. Things like wind, thunder, animals, and even a baby's cry. It's a symphony of Earth, really. But okay, here's the big question, right? It's a great idea to send a record, but how could any alien civilization possibly know how to play it? I mean, what are they supposed to do with this shiny golden frisbee? Well, NASA thought of that. Their solution was to actually etch instructions onto the cover of the record itself. But listen, these aren't your simple follow the arrows instructions from IKEA. We're talking about a seriously complex scientific puzzle. Honestly, it would be a huge challenge for most people to figure out, let alone some unknown alien species. And the puzzle gets even crazier. Those 115 images, they aren't stored like pictures. They were actually encoded as sound, as audio waveforms. So just imagine, for an alien to see one of our pictures, they would first have to figure out how to turn sound waves back into an image, based only on those cryptic diagrams on the cover. It is an absolutely incredible technological riddle to solve. So that leads us to today. Where are these amazing messengers right now? And what's the final chapter in this epic story? Well, the good news is their journey is far from over. Both Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 have officially left the heliosphere. That's kind of the protective bubble our sun creates around the solar system. So they are now flying through interstellar space, the space between the stars. They are officially our first true interstellar travelers. And just try to wrap your head around this number. Voyager 1 is now over 24.7 billion kilometers away. To put that in perspective, a radio signal from it, traveling at the speed of light, takes almost a full 24 hours just to get back to Earth. It is, without a doubt, the most distant object humanity has ever created. But their voices are getting fainter. The power they run on is slowly fading away. And scientists figure that by around 2025, we're probably going to lose contact with them forever. So our conversation will end. But their journey, that will continue. They and their golden records will just keep on sailing silently through the dark for millions, maybe billions of years. And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? Will our message ever actually be heard? I think the deeper question is, what does it mean that we even tried? That golden record might drift through the void for billions of years and never be found. And that's okay. Because maybe the aliens were never the real audience. Maybe the real audience was us. Maybe it was a message to ourselves, a reminder of who we are at our best, a curious, hopeful, and united species, captured forever on a golden disk, sailing to the stars.